Hello, hello, everybody. How is it going today? Good to see so many of you already in the chat. Hello. It has been it's been a moment, well, too long. How's everyone doing? Hello, everyone over on YouTube. We have Marcelo. Hello, Lauren. Marcelo again. Diana, good to see you. Over on Ribblr, we got K Crochet, Nova Rain Crochet. Adado, hello, good to see you. Happy to have you here today. Kelly Lynette, how's it going today? Threeper1234, how are you today? Hello, Elegant Cherry Crochet, good to see you. Carrot Top, happy to have you in here as always. Good to have you back. Sup, Ami Mommy, classic, good to see you here. Thanks for coming back today. Hi, Brick Yarn Queen, thank you so much for the kind words. Really glad that you like the app so much. Janie, hello. Sophia, Stasia, I love cats a lot. Yay, hello. Good to see you. Happy birthday, Risa76. Happy birthday to you. Hope you're having a great day. Thanks so much for spending some of your birthday with us. Saw my patterns on Craftsy. Oh, thanks for finding me over there, K Crochet. Appreciate it. Lily Garumi, hello. Brick Yarn. G Dolphin, hello, how's it going today? Sorry if I miss a chat. I'm sorry if I miss a comment. They're coming in quick, so good to see all of you. I have made a lot of stuff here. I love cats a lot. I'm so glad to hear that. What was the most recent project that you did? Luna the Husky, good to see you. Happy to have you here today. I'm so glad so many of you are enjoying the app. Rubri, good to see you. Happy to have you here today. Nope, not late at all. If anything, I was late by like a minute. Whimsy Day Crochet, hello, how's it going? You like my bookshelf? Thank you. So you can Yara, you can just jump into Ribblr.com or the app and you'll see a banner at the top. Yeah, there's the link there. Yeah, I actually rearranged my entire room because I felt like I needed a new flow. And it was a pain, and then only to realize I didn't like it, so I spent all last night reorganizing it. So to me, this is a big deal. I have my new mat holder up there. But in some personal news, it's good to see everybody. I'm in a good mood. I have had nothing but dental issues for the past few months that has been absolutely destroying me. Got the worst part of a root canal done this week, so I'm living like Larry, living like Ribbot. I no longer have a pressure on my brain and I'm not getting migraines anymore. So I'm alive again. I'm alive. Hello, Carl Lama. How's it going? So glad to have you here today on your first live. Same with you, Cyb Phoenix Star. Good to see you. Thank you so much for coming on by. And Addie, good to see you. Hello. Happy to have so many of you here today. For those of you who are new here, my name is Vincent. You might know me online as Not Bad. And we are here during the Ribblr show. So we just go over talking shop, all things Ribblr. We have some giveaways we're going to go through. We only have so much time because we do have a fun interview today. So if we're talking to a sweet artist, Koozie Crafts, and we are going to be talking markets today. So if you don't know anything about markets, or you do markets IRL or online and you want to learn something, we are going to be talking about that, and you can ask questions as well. So we're really excited about that. Koozie comes on in 15 minutes. So we're going to talk shop first, Whimsy, and then we will get to the meat and potatoes of it. Oh, good luck, Rue. Yeah, I agree, Ami Mommy. So I'm doing all right. How is everyone else doing in today's day and age? I hope everyone's staying safe, doing well, staying healthy, getting your creative and physical reps in. Yeah, it's good to see so many of you. I wish I could stay and chat longer, but we're going to jump right into all the good stuff before our interview starts. But yeah, thank you everyone for being here. If you have any questions about markets, feel free to leave those in the chat. And let's jump into some of the fun stuff. So let's jump into first. It is Freebie Friday. Wait, actually, yeah. Well, it's not Freebie Friday, but we have a free pattern every single day this month for a Ribblr treat. We are on day 3. You can claim a pattern every single day, and today we have this awesome festive bag for the holidays. So this pattern is free. All you have to do is follow the shop and you'll be able to grab it yourself. So I'm actually going to leave the link in the chat here. You do not have to pay for commenting. No, that would be, yeah, that would be that would be so wrong in my opinion. I'm leaving that here for everybody, so feel free to go grab that pattern. This is available every day, or this is available today only. There is a free pattern every single day this month for the Ribblr treat. For everyone in the chat, have you been able to claim your patterns? Are you enjoying Ribblr treat so far? Is this the first time you're hearing of it? There should be notifications going out for you so you never miss it, but just in case, yeah, definitely. Oh, Phoenix is on top of it, so make sure to go grab this pattern, and there will be patterns every single day, so make sure you're following the socials. We also have a community post that updates daily, so feel free to check that out. Hope everyone's enjoying that. All right, Rubri's got them all. G Dolphin's enjoying it. Elegant loves it too. Yay, Threeper as well. So glad so many of you are enjoying it. So make sure to go grab that. Just follow the shop, show your support. Yeah, day 1 was a good start, definitely. I really like that pattern too. All right, let's jump into some giveaways because time is limited. We're gonna jump right into the new postcard giveaway. So this is actually really exciting. So October is our birthday month. So we had a postcard challenge, and someone in the chat, a regular, Ribblr Fiber, actually did this postcard. So they actually won the challenge, and this is now the postcard that every account can add to their account now. So if you want a chance to win this postcard, if you haven't spun for it and won it yet, all you have to do is leave an emoji in the chat that describes your birthday month. So if you were born in October, you can use a pumpkin. If you were born in perhaps April, you can use like a raindrop emoji. So yeah, really cool to see a community member having their postcard live and available for everybody if they can get it. So make sure to leave an emoji there. Congratulations to Ribblr, really excited. I'm sure many of you saw it on the site already, and some of you might already have it. So huge congrats to them. Yeah, so it's exciting birthday month for sure. I actually share a birthday month with Ribblr, so pretty cool. So make sure to leave an emoji that best describes your birthday month. Oh, Diana. Okay, yeah, Diana actually on YouTube just left a crab because I imagine that means you're a Cancer. Very cool. Oh, Diana, you have been enjoying the notifications. Good, good. Got some cuddly. I'm going to assume that's December. I'm going to Threeper. I'm going to guess that is February. Awesome. Thank you, everyone, for participating. We have another giveaway as well, which will be emoji based. So we'll give this about 1 more minute. Actually, before that, before we go on to the next one, while y'all do that, we're actually going to have Ribbot come on in and give you the news while you say the giveaways and everything. So Ribbot's going to break down the news for all of you. So I'll be back in a minute while Ribbot breaks it down. But yeah, it's really awesome. Yes, it is hand drawn, which is awesome. So I'll be right back. Enjoy Ribbot's segment, and I'll be back.
Thank you, Vincent. Ribbot here, hopping in with the latest headlines straight from the Ribblr community. First up, event season is in full swing. From weddings and birthdays to fancy balls, Ribblers everywhere are busy stitching up special makes for big celebrations. Handmade gifts and outfits are stealing the spotlight, proving once again that nothing says I care quite like something crafted with love. And speaking of celebrations, Ribblr just turned 5 a few days ago. The community came together in such a phenomenal way to show support. And let me tell you, the birthday love was off the charts. It's thanks to all of you that Ribblr has grown into the welcoming, creative home it is today. October 1st also marked the start of something sweet, the one and only Ribblr Treat. Every single day this month, crafters have the chance to snag incredible patterns and add them to their library. It's like trick-or-treating, but without having to leave your craft corner. And finally, spooky season is finally upon us. Time to break out the costumes, yarn skulls, and creepy cute makes. And don't forget to grab your first pumpkin spice latte of the season while you're at it. Don't let anyone call you basic. That's all the news Ribbot's got for today. I'm sending it back to Vincent. And remember, ribbit, ribbit.
Thank you so much for that, Ribbot. Really appreciate you coming on by once again to the show, telling us what's going on in the community. It can be easy to miss. There's a lot going on always, and I know you all have busy schedules, so really appreciate Ribbot letting us know. And yes, if you enjoy your pumpkin spice latte or any of the, classic holiday stuff, don't let anyone judge you for it. We're only on this earth once, and in a time like this, finding small joys in any single way is a form of resistance. So enjoy yourselves, of course, use your dollars how you want to, and putting it into especially small businesses. If you have coffee shops around, pumpkin spice lattes there, those shopping local and small and putting into your communities. Frog Girl, a few months ago, honestly. Okay, so let's go into the next giveaway. So we have one more giveaway, and we are talking about gems. So all you have to do is use a hand emoji. For those of you who are just wondering, raise a hand. You can say no as well. But who received a gem this month for being on Ribblr Plus? Really curious. We had our big quest week not too long ago where many of you signed up for Ribblr Plus membership. And we're just curious to see how many of you kept with it and got to enjoy some of your spoils for having Ribblr Plus. So let us know in the comments, and you'll have a chance to win another gem, which have also been updated this month for October. Yay! Glad to see so many. No problem, Frog Girl. I'm glad to have you here today. You got 4, Luna. Let's go. Hello, V Lad fan. How's it going today? Thank you so much for the kind words, Diana. Supposed to get one soon, I think. Really, K Crochet should have hit your account. Definitely try checking your emails, because that's how I was notified about mine as well. Okay, we have a thumbs down. No, Shadow, no. I still got to get gold. Might be worth. Might have another fun chance soon, actually. Haven't gotten a gem yet. All right, well, if you haven't, make sure to check your membership to see if you get one. But definitely should be getting one, so keep an eye out for that. If they haven't, maybe they come by the 5th. I'm not quite sure. But yeah, let us know in the chat if you've gotten yours. And then we are actually going to go jump into some of the fun stuff on Ribblr, and then 5 minutes the interview begins. So thank you everyone for being here. I hope you're going to enjoy talking markets. I've only ever done one market in my life, and I was extremely underprepared, so it'll be a fun way to learn a bit more. Lizzie, this is definitely one way to get gems, coming to the Ribblr show every time we have one for a chance to win via giveaway. So let's go jump on in to the let's see here. Let's go jump into the Ribblr share. Let's see here. Okay, let's share all this, and then our interview will be starting in about 5 minutes. So thank you everyone for being so courteous and awesome today. Thank you everyone who's still trickling in. So let's talk about what's going on over here. So we had our giveaway, like I said before. So Roof Fiber made this one, which is so awesome. So if you want a chance to win this, every time you spin the wheel for Ribbot as well, you'll be automatically entered into the giveaway. So make sure to be feeding Ribbot every single day. Like we had mentioned, Ribblr Tree is in full swing right now. So we actually have a community page that you can check. I'll put the link in the comments. All you have to do is, if you don't see the notification or the banner, you can actually come here and claim a pattern every day, and we'll have it listed here so you can see what you may have missed and can go grab. Obviously, you can go pay for it, or you can see the one a day of. So right now we have the Creepy Cookie Tote, which is a really fun pattern. So definitely check that one out today, honestly. All you have to do is follow the shop, and then by tomorrow it will no longer be free. So this is your time to get it. Oh, you did, Sophia. Nice, nice. Hello, Marcelobra. How's it going? Oh, Genbug. Ah, that's unfortunate. It's kind of just the RNG, luck of the dice, I guess. So we have that. So make sure to go check every day on this blog or this community post for the Ribblr treat. Actually, one moment. Let me go back here really quickly. Ribblr share. Yep. So that's the Ribblr treat. Make sure you're checking that on the daily. And then we have Ribblr gems. So this is all refreshed for this month, which is really cool. So if you have your Ribblr gems, this is where you can go spend your gems. A lot of wearables this month. Things are getting cold, so people are making their wearables. I have just put a link for that in the Ribblr chat. Oh, really, Ami Mommy? Thank you so much for setting an alarm. Ribbot appreciates it for sure. There's the freebie, which I guess you can't. Oops. And then the last thing I wanted to mention on the Ribblr side of things is for the tags. Many of you might have been noticing that Ribbot has actually been making lots of community posts, and we always like seeing you jump in. So if you want to find a good Ribbot post, you can actually just search the hashtag here, just type in Ribbot, and you'll be able to have chances to also win gems. Ribbot's been very, very generous with gems. So if you're looking for other ways, all you have to do is participate in these fun community posts, such as this one that you see here. There's a guessing game, which the winners are being chosen today. This is how we learn about the news as well. It was so fun to see how many of you were sharing about Ribbot on your devices. So some people even had Ribbot as the background for their devices. So this was a lot of fun to see the app on people's phones. So really cool, really cool. So make sure that you are checking out Ribbot stuff all the time. A lot of great ways to win prizing as well, just for simply participating as well. So it's a good time. But our interview does start shortly. So let me do an introduction. We're going to be doing this interview today, getting to know this amazing crafter. And then we'll talk more about who, make sure to stick around because we'll be announcing winners for those 2 giveaways at the end of it. So make sure to be here and enjoy. And feel free to ask questions in the chat as well. So I will see you all in a bit after the interview. Thank you everyone for being here, and we're really excited about it. So our guest appearance today is going to be Leah from Koozie Crafts, which is going to be really awesome. They are a big market person. They've been very transparent and open about their market experiences on socials. So it's been really awesome to kind of get an insight on that. And she was super kind to jump on today to talk a little bit about it. I myself am not experienced with markets, so you might think I'm playing not intelligent here, but I truly don't know as much as I should. I don't really do markets, but I know especially in an economy like this, people are doing a lot more of them. And it's a great way to also build community, and there's a lot of other ways that this benefits your crafting career. So we're going to go jump right on into that. I will see you all shortly. Hello, hello, welcome. Let me make sure you are good. Hi, try talking.
Hello.
Hello, okay, I can hear you just fine. How are you?
Okay. Yay, I'm good. How are you? It's actually been a while since I've hopped in front of a camera. I was taking a little bit of a break the last week or two, so.
Oh, really?
I had to turn on my social appearance for today.
Well, thanks so much for being here today. I know this isn't your first time on the show, so it's awesome to have you back.
Yeah, I'm excited to be back. I felt bad because we had the rainbow colorful picture, and I'm like, oh no, I'm not a colorful rainbow anymore. But...
Oh, well, how did that happen? Did it just like wash out, or was that just like temporary?
It was time. It was time. So I have to fix my roots every like month or so. So we have a month of fun, and then we relax, and then we'll do it again in a couple more months.
Oh, well, awesome. Well, really glad to have you here today. I know a lot of people, I mean, you're kind of, you got some clout online. People know who you are to an extent. So if they don't know who you are, though, if you wouldn't mind introducing yourself to the crowd.
Of course. A little quiet. Okay. I tend to be pretty. Oh, I muted myself. I tend to be pretty soft spoken, but I'll try to be a little louder.
I can raise
Um,
you. You don't have to do anything different.
okay. Okay. Cool. Hi. I'm Leah. I go by Koozie Crafts on all the socials. I am a self-taught. This is a long intro. Stay-at-home mom turned small business owner. I was also previously in the armies, and then I was also a hairstylist. So like I have all of these weird like background offshoots, but crochet is where I landed and where I'm gonna continue to go. So
Yeah, that's amazing. I know we're both past acquaintances, friends at this point. So,
yeah,
I've learned about your lore quite a bit, and you haven't even hit 3 decades of life yet. So it really always amazes me how many things that you've done with your time and able to accomplish. So, huge
I
congrats.
I always say it's their past lifetimes, but we're living in the yarn now. I always say that I used to be a like a craft hopper where I would pick up different like hobbies and crafts, and crochet's the one that stuck. So I'm not gonna let it go. And I just keep kind of like evolving and changing in my business direction as it feels right, and then, as it just kind of naturally flows.
Yeah, that's awesome. I'm so glad that you're able to you don't put yourself in a box and that you can be flexible, especially in a a very flexible kind of world where you have to
Yeah.
adapt for sure.
Yeah,
And yeah.
I was filling out, I'm sorry, I was filling out those questions beforehand because I know I go on different trains and tangents. So I wanted to keep myself on track, but I noticed that always like being willing to change was kind of like my main theme within like all of my like market question answers is just like you gotta be flexible.
I think hearing that from someone who does it on the reg means a lot to people, because I feel like it's social media, you can get so stuck in being what you
Yeah.
have to do. So speaking of trajectory and stuff, you've been so open about your experiences with markets, positives and negatives, which,
Yeah.
although you are taking the brunt of it as a viewer, we do appreciate your authenticity for sure. So is that where you are now? Are you doing markets? Is that kind of your focus at the moment?
So over the last 2 years, I've kind of jumped around a lot with that. I started doing markets pretty consistently, like once a month, once every other month, and I just kind of felt burnt out.
Mm.
And then I started diving back into pattern design. So that kind of like intermingled itself. And I was like, man, I want to focus a little more on pattern design. And then I was feeling really burnt out with the market, so I decided to start pulling away from those smaller shows and go into more of what I call like the big leagues.
Oh, okay.
So like those big cons, those big 3-day festivals,
Oh.
the ones where you really have to put up like an investment in yourself.
Okay, so
So
this is
that's
different than parking lot markets. This is
yes,
okay.
yeah. But I still have the experience there, and all of that has learned and taught me how to get up into these larger scale events. And I feel like the advice is still the same at a smaller event versus a larger event,
Okay.
right? It's
That's
just
good to
it's
know.
different in terms of attendance and like everybody's individual just capabilities as a crocheter.
Right. So 2 years ago, was it 2 years ago that you said you got burnt out, or is that when you start? When did you start doing markets to begin with?
So, oh shoot. Okay, hold on. I wrote this on I put a little cheat sheet up for myself because I was like, oh, I'm gonna forget. Okay. So my first ever market I did was in October of 2021.
Oh, okay.
And
Well,
so it's been like 4 years now, which is crazy to think about.
yeah.
But it oh, is someone okay. Sorry, I saw one of the comments. I was like, oh no, are we having problems? We're good. We're good. I started in 2021 of October and I set it up. I was so excited. I remember this because it's like seared in my brain. But I had like a whole table of little pumpkins and I made like this bobble stitch cactus. I think my husband has it because it didn't sell. And then I had like a little table of like little baby hats. And it was at a
Oh.
trunk or treat. And I was so excited. I was freshly postpartum. Like my son was like 4 or 5 months old at this point. I was like, I'm finally doing something for me. And I showed up and I made $10,
Oh.
which was like, I think the booth fee was like $40, which for me, $40 for a booth fee is nothing compared to like the $600-700 I'm paying now. But like, that was a huge deal for me at that time because I was so excited. And then I immediately I didn't make any money. But then I
Right.
sat down and I was like, okay, so what happened? And this is like one of my main points about like picking a market is you have to know your demographic.
Mm,
Like who you want to sell to, right? Like, is it
right.
you? Are you your intended audience? Do you want to sell to the quirky 25 to 30-year-old like collectors, which is me? That's my genre. I like our gamer friends, our nerds.
Mm,
Can't see it now, but I collect jellycats, I collect squishmallows, I collect yarn. Like I'm a collector and I want to make things for like people who really love quirky little artistic things.
mm-hmm.
And that's my audience. What's yours?
Yeah,
And that's
yeah.
kind of like the main challenge, I guess I can challenge anybody who wants to go into markets to find out.
Okay, that's a great jumping point right there. So like when you're keeping that in mind, is that only for like the inventory you're creating, or can you pick events based off of like do certain events how do you know like the certain demographic for like certain events and stuff?
You can kind of tell based on I always like to like go into like event searching. First of all, like is the event advertising? Like what are they advertising? What are
Mm.
they advert to? Like my next show is I'm local to Baltimore, Maryland, so I'm doing Baltimore Comic Con in 2 weeks.
Oh, nice.
So
Nice.
like, kind of exactly what I just described in terms of like, people who are like very much put a lot, sorry, my words are not wording right now. Put a lot of like value into art, collecting, enjoying things and like not putting an age barrier on things, right? It's like
Hmm.
a lot of people, I hear it all the time at every market, like, who are these for? Are they for dogs? Are they for babies?
Oh.
Or like,
Oh.
I always hear like adults that are like, oh, well, I don't need plushies, but like plushies are for everybody,
Right.
right?
They are for
Like,
everybody, but I guess it
they
depends.
can be for
Yeah.
anybody.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I want to find those people who enjoy that. So I would venture to like look into those events, like what kind of people are they marketing to,
Mm-hmm.
right? Like I just recently had a big event, which was probably what you saw when you were like, oh my gosh, come chat to Ribblr
Yeah.
about the market stuff. I had a pretty big event that kind of failed. I put a
Right.
lot of money into that, over $1,000 into it,
Whew.
and I broke even, but
Okay.
I would not consider it a successful weekend,
Mm.
right? So I don't know if this is a standard for anybody, but it's a standard for me. I always, at this point, going into bigger events, I'm looking at the event fee, and then I'm multiplying that by 10.
Okay.
So, say you have $100 booth fee,
Okay.
multiply that by 10. That's the bare minimum that I want to make and sell to have a truly profitable event.
I see. I
And
see.
then anything over that, amazing, we'll probably do it again,
Okay.
right?
So you think it's good to
So,
set those kind of like expectations for yourself, or
yeah.
because you've gone with expectations and no expectations before, I assume.
Yeah, yeah. I'm just an ambitious person. I'm my own worst critic. I love high ambitions. I love shooting for the moon
Mm.
and, landing in the stars or a little bit less or where I end up. But I also, on the flip side, I had an event earlier this year where I spent, I would probably roughly say a little under $1,000, set up supplies, food for the weekend. I, had a friend working with me, so I compensated her fairly as well. So and that one was a smashing success. I sold out of, I believe, almost $9,000 of plushies, and I was in a
Whoa.
situation where I had so little left. I knew that if I had more, I would have sold more.
What the heck? Is this like a
So like
lightning in a bottle kind of thing, or like why
that's
did?
what I'm saying. Like I think that was a lightning in a bottle. I don't
Okay.
know that I'm ever gonna find an event that does that again for me, but it's like raised my own internal expectations higher,
Oh,
which is how do you do better than that? You can't.
but at least
So
but at least it's proven to you that that is like that can happen. Like that is like
yeah,
amazing.
it's a thing, and like it's something that I had never ever experienced at any level of event. Like I closed early the day before to go home and finish a bunch of whips I had sitting at home to bring
Oh,
back for the next day.
holy
Like
moly.
it was so crazy. But I don't mean for this to be like a brag session, but like there
No,
were
no,
so
no.
many lessons that I learned there with it being my perfect demographic that it's worth saving up all of those plushies and all of that time to find an event that's going to be right where you want to be.
Yeah, absolutely. Like that's honestly amazing. So you've given us an example of like huge success and also another one where you don't see it as success. Like you've talked
Yeah.
about burnout. So where do you like find where does your motivation or advice of motivation that you would give on, it's obviously an ebb and flow kind of thing. Where does the motivation
Yeah.
come from? Like what exactly is it, like the people you're meeting, the profits, the beginning? What to
For,
you is like the most motivating?
for me, it's just like I always tell myself two things. Every plushie will find a home with someone, right? Like the right person is looking for the right plushie.
Hmm.
And that's really important to me because I create a lot of individual things. I don't like mass making the same thing too many times. Not that that's a problem. It works for some people and I will never discredit that, but for me and my energy, it makes the most sense to make individual things.
Right.
And like I like that collector thing, like the chase of like, oh my gosh, I've had that one for 2 years. Who's it gonna go home to? Like who's
Yeah.
gonna be that person? And then it's like that much more rewarding that like I held on to it and I held out. I have a good story about that actually. I at the show that was okay, but not the best. Um I had this giant peep, and I think I went a little viral on social media for it like a year and a half ago when I was in my jumbo yarn era, and like this peep is like 2.5, 3 feet tall, and I had it so many years, so many events, and some random lady was like, "Do you have anything Easter?" And I was like, "I have a giant peep." And she's like, "Stop, you're kidding me. My mother-in-law's obsessed with peeps." And I'm like, "You're kidding me." Like, and then she bought it. And it was just like it's so cool and it's so memorable to like watch and wait for those right people to find that right thing. Like it's like a little puzzle for me. I love it. Like
Yeah,
it's
that's
so much better than the money. Like I slashed the price on that tag so many times because I was like, just get it, just it's gotta go somewhere. It can't be mine forever.
right,
And I was like,
right.
it didn't even matter how much she bought it for because I was like, I'm just happy it's going to a home.
Oh, that's awesome. And I assume that's what some people are missing with like digital sales and stuff. Like you don't really get that
Yeah,
like interaction, especially in
yeah,
a post-COVID world, especially. Like, and how
yeah.
how is that for you? Like, so that's an awesome, memorable experience for you. But when you're like out in the field talking to all these folks, is it typically like, are you typically getting like really kind people, or do you kind of have to put up a front sometimes? Like, how do you operate being like a service person for X amount of time?
That's a good question. Especially with like the the way that we've all just turned more digital with everything, it's definitely like I have to hype myself up. Like
Mm.
I go into recluse mode the first like the couple days beforehand where I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna put my head down. I'm not gonna talk to the internet. I'm not gonna do this. I'm not gonna talk to my friends. I'm just gonna like hold in all my energy because I burn out socially so
Mm.
much more easily than I burn out like creatively.
Okay.
So it's a lot for me, especially when I'm doing like, okay, if I'm doing 3 day shows now, I'm doing like three, 8 to 10 hour days. That's a lot of energy.
That's a whole
So if
bender
for me,
right
it's
there.
really just like, yeah, it's conservation and intention, essentially. But I enjoy it too because a lot of these times I'll like bring a friend along
Mm.
and you know they're crocheters too. So she one of my friends Zoe, she's the best. She's my second half. She runs my Discord for me. I have a Discord channel. Um, but like she's always there. She's like my little cashier. She's great. And she
Oh,
she helps keep me in check and she's like, okay, you just hide in the corner, you crochet some more stock for the shelves. I'll take the social. And I'm like, you know me so well.
oh, that's
So like it's
awesome.
it's a team effort, honestly. I really could not do it without her by any means. So having people to support is probably the best way to tackle if
Oh,
you are
yeah.
having like any reserves or like doubts or nerves about the social aspect. I also came from a background with like doing hair is a super social job. So like I worked retail at Kohl's for so many years. So like it's a switch I know how to turn on and then turn it off and sleep for a day when it's done.
Yeah, no doubt. And so would you recommend having someone in your corner like during these kind of events, or can you do these solo, or is that like what's usually like how big of is like a team usually for like a big event like this?
Honestly, it wouldn't be impossible to do it solo. And me, sometimes I want to be hyper independent, be like, yeah, I can still do it myself. But like, it's much more fun to share the wins with
Mm.
your friend, like with your people,
Oh.
right? Like, I have a toddler too, and a husband, and they're always coming out to the shows. My husband's pulling him around in the wagon, or the little dude's pulling around the wagon, bossing everyone around. He loves handing out business cards. He'll take my business cards and just throw them at everybody. It's a little family event,
Oh, that's
and
cool.
I wouldn't yeah, I wouldn't have it any other way. It's exhausting, and the chores at home don't get done, but for one weekend every couple months, it's really not worth it.
Right. That's so awesome. And would you say everything that you're saying now is applicable to like even like small, small markets at like a church
Absolutely.
for a few hours?
Absolutely.
Oh, good.
Absolutely. Like those, and even just like having a friend there to keep you like excited and social and just like keep the energy going. Like sitting there by yourself at like if you have a poorly attended event, like if you're sitting there by yourself, you're just gonna kind of just kind of 3 hours is like 3 days at a rough show. So it's always good to have people to lean on and support. By no means you can do it yourself, and I've done it, but I hate to do it because it's exhausting.
Yeah.
And a lot of the
Yeah.
times you're setting up a tent by yourself, you're setting up tables,
Oh,
you're
right.
pulling up your inventory, you're organizing, you're putting baskets together, you're figuring out like it's a lot of work. And a lot of the times when you go to shows like that, you're also like you're there. I would probably venture to say maybe 2 to 5 hours before the show even starts,
Oh,
depending on
wow.
the event. It really depends. It really depends. But like you're there a lot longer than just those. Okay, we open at 11 and we close at 3. Like you got to tack on, 2 hours before, maybe 2 hours after for setup, tear down, all of that.
Yeah, that's good to know. That's good to like keep in mind, especially if people are thinking that they need to do on like a tight schedule as well. That's all really helpful to hear. One of the things I've only ever done one market, and that was like when I first started. So it's been it was like a
Hmm.
holiday bazaar, so I wouldn't even, I mean,
Yeah.
it was a long time ago. No cons or anything, but the biggest like daunting thing to me if I ever did a show is the like prep and inventory for it all. Like how do you decide how much is like is that like a trial and error thing, or how do you even go about doing that?
That is like the world's most loaded question because honestly, there's no right answer.
Hmm.
If you want, I would say there's always a starting point, and then where you go with that is going to depend on you as a creator. Because I focus my events on larger scale, multiple days. So I'm looking at, okay, how much stuff can I cram in a 10 by 10 or 6 by 8, whatever size opening that I have? But I think starting point is always, what are you displaying? Like, do you have one table? Do you have two tables? Are they a 6 foot table? Are they, like, do you have racks? Like, what are you
Oh, I see.
displaying on? Right? So if you have one table, how much do you need to fill your table? Right?
Okay.
Like,
Yeah.
I use a lot of wire cubes that are, I think they're about like a foot by a foot cubes, and I use that to create height, which I will always recommend for everybody. Like, you want to create height and visual like attention in your booth, on your table, wherever you're displaying.
Yeah.
You want to create visual interest. So height is really great for that. So what are you displaying? How are you displaying it? How much do you need in the things that you make to fill your display?
Mm-hmm.
Which is where like a practice run is always going to be something I suggest for anybody who wants to try it, because you don't know until you show up and you do it.
Oh, so with that, you think that when people like try their first market, like they shouldn't take at like they should like just learn from it rather than seeing it as like a failure or success kind of thing, just so they can
Yeah,
get like their feet wet.
absolutely.
Yeah, that makes
That's a really,
sense. That makes sense.
yeah, because it's like every chance you don't take, is going to be a failure,
Mm-hmm.
because you're always going to be there in the what if. I just like to, I show up, I succeed or I fail, which is neither here nor there, because you're always going to learn something.
That's that's really
Like,
good to hear, honestly, because like and plus no one knows how much you earn anyway. Like all these bystanders and stuff, no
yeah,
one knows that. So it really comes down to you if how you see it. So it's good that you view it as
yeah.
such like a learning experience.
And with all of my different jobs and past history, like, the common theme between any job that I've held is, if you're not learning something, where are you going? You're kind of staying stagnant. And the goal is always to learn and to shift and pivot and just find that right path, because my path is curvy wurvy, and I haven't been designing patterns much, but last year I was pumping them out every other month.
Right.
And that's just where it is right now. I mean, I'm not a six-figure crocheter, but I have a lot of fun with what I do, and I don't burn out too much, and if I do burn out, I take a break.
And that's
And
yeah.
it comes back when it comes back, and you can only make as much as you can make, which sounds silly, but if you're going to sit there and, like, don't get me wrong, I still have my panic market prep panic. I do it every time. It's a rite of passage for me before every event, but you can only make as much as you can make, right? There's
Right.
no point staying up until 2 a.m. and then being exhausted at your event the next day.
Good advice. Good
Make
advice.
make what you make, and don't, and it's just, it's serious, but it's not that serious.
Right. I mean, it's probably more serious internally because, of course, we all want
Yeah.
our art to sell and everything. But like you say, like
Yeah.
maybe you get like the wrong crowd or it's like a different kind of day. There's a lot of
Yeah.
volatility to it, I
Yeah.
imagine.
Weather is a huge thing
Oh,
too.
for the outdoors ones.
Yep. Yep.
Oh
Because the one
no.
that I was at in August, it
Mhm.
rained the first day,
Yeesh.
and it gave me a really bad taste in my mouth. So I went into the second day really negatively. Unrelated, I backed into a pole in a parking garage trying to get to the event. So, like, that
Oh.
just like ruined that morning for me.
Oh no.
The weather was beautiful. It was a perfect day, and then I was like, yeah, I think this is the wrong demographic for my plushies.
Oh
And I was
no,
like,
really? Oh.
yeah, yeah. And I was like, man, I just want to go home and just go to bed. And I just start over today? But I had to be there and I made the best of it. I had my friend with me. I got to go walk the market more
Oh, nice.
than I usually do, which is something I don't usually get to do. You know, when it's really busy, I'm in the corner making my little plushies in the corner, throwing them on the shelf, and then rinse and repeat. And I just, I was like, I gotta stop. I gotta reframe this because this could be really bad and I could be really angry for the rest of the day. But you gotta make it not torture on yourself.
Right. I mean, you are voluntarily even going out of your way to do this kind of a thing. So
Yeah.
avoiding that mindset.
I got
for
myself here.
sure. Yeah, right. Well, since we're talking a little bit about the financials, I hate to bring up like a sensitive topic, but we see in markets and stuff, there's a new sort of competition with like the kind of like mass produced kind of stuff and whatnot. And that,
Oh boy.
yeah, they're charging prices that, I hate to say it, but are just kind of like unethical when it comes to like,
Yeah.
A crafter, because there's just no way you could ever be charging that. And of course, to a normal person, they don't know the difference. So what are you doing in today's day and age of that problem?
I think education is obviously the first and foremost most important thing. Like people don't know what they don't know,
Right.
And then also it's a lot of these issues stem with the coordinators of the events.
Oh, I see.
Right? It takes an ethical and like eyes open coordinator to see and acknowledge like this kind of thing within any craft market or handmade market, because this happens within, the jewelry market, and honestly any sort of craft. There is sorts of things as like Temu resellers and all of that kind of thing. So it's really at the attention of those people that are coordinating the events, especially with like the whole AI thing that's going on with like AI art within like artist alleys a lot at Comic-Cons. I've been seeing it. I saw something pop up a couple weeks ago with that. But if you don't trust the event that you're going to, you're going to end up being pitted up against these things. And if you do find yourself in a situation like that, I think the best thing you can do is try to inform the coordinators.
Okay.
And then make that decision on if, like, are they willing to learn? Do they care? Do they not care? I've had this situation with my friend Zoe, who's, my right-hand man. When she comes to my events, one of her events, there was a Temu reseller there, and I probably went into it a little bit emotionally, but I tried to inform the coordinator, and they were like, well, happens everywhere. Can't tell them to leave. And I'm like, you can. You're in charge.
Oh, wow.
So that's one of those things where like you learn.
Yeah.
You kind of learn the market and the environment, and a lot of times there's like this behind the scenes like coordinator network. Like everybody knows everybody somehow.
Yeah.
Like within like the local area, like I could name off 5 different like event coordinators in my area that I could, send an email to and be like, hey, you got anything in the next couple months?
Right.
Just because like these are the kind of people where, like, oh, not bad on Instagram. Oh, Koozie Crafts, like they know each other kind of thing.
Yeah.
So it's a whole network of like who's a good coordinator, who treats their vendors right. Like it's a whole background thing that I think is really important to pay attention to, because when I did the show in August, like, yes, I paid a lot of money to be there. No, it didn't pay out for my business, but the money I paid to be there reflected in the service that they gave us on the vendor side of things.
Oh, okay. That's
like
good.
the load in, and mind you, there was, I think, at least 200 booths there, 150 to 200 booths there, like 10 by 10 tents.
Whoa.
They didn't supply the tents, but they were very they were diligent. There were, they had cones marked off. They had a system to get everybody in, like, in a row, in line. You had timed things. They came and brought snacks, water. They would give you bathroom breaks. They had a text communication where they would let you know, like, oh, this is happening. Weather's a little rough right now, but we're going to stick it out. Like, I would pay the money to attend that event again just for the service that I was given as a vendor. And I think, like, I've never seen anything like that in terms of, like, taking care of the people that are working with you.
Oh, awesome.
And, like, I think that's, like, if you find a good network of coordinators that host events in your area and they're good to you, there's nothing better than you can do it than, like, build a good relationship.
Okay.
And, like, that's another, like, big thing with, like, yes, an event might be a financial failure, but connections you make here will lead you to better things.
Oh, I have never even, like, considered that. Okay, so that's really great advice for anyone listening, experienced or going to your first market, creating those networking opportunities. And can you typically meet these, like, organizers on site as well, or is it usually just via email or?
So it always initially starts in the emails, right? And, like, you get an acceptance letter or you're filling out a form or however you sign up for this event. And then the email communication kind of, like, gives you that bread trail of, like, how this event is going to go, right? Like, in a perfect world, in a decent event coordinator is going to give you detailed information on, okay, here's your layout, here's where you're going to be, setup times, tear down times.
Oh, wow.
Here's a contact information if something happens. I mean, it's their job to get you there on time, correctly, in the right spot, and, like, guiding you through the event. If you're signing up, if you're Venmoing somebody $20 and you show up and pop your trunk, that's a whole different thing. But, like, coordinators who are really truly good coordinators are supposed to be giving you these things to help you succeed, right? Like, they don't care about what's in your booth. I mean, it's not their job to do it, but it's their job to get you there so you can be successful for yourself.
Yeah. And how do you, like, find, like, these events so ahead of time? And, like, how do you, like, even apply and reach out? Like, but where would someone who has never even, like, started, like, begin all that?
Honestly, I just search vendor events near me just on Google, and then, like, filter your location, and then you just kind of start hunting. I think we're all a little bit, like, Facebook sleuths at this point in the internet, especially with COVID. I feel like we've all kind of picked up some skills on how to search the interwebs if you're hunting down something. But I always feel like I start in one place and then I end up, like, in a little rabbit hole, and then I find more and more and more.
Oh, okay.
Like, this year I'm scoping out an event for next year. So that's also a really good thing to do. If you have a long-standing event that you're interested in, go to it.
Yeah.
Walk it. Go attend it as a customer first.
Yeah.
And then, that's when you can start asking questions. A lot of times, if you, like, Baltimore Comic-Con, for example, you search Baltimore Comic-Con, there's a contact page, there's a vendor page. If it's a big established show like that, they should have, like, vendor opportunities, contact information, right? Like, you can honestly just write a draft email for yourself. Hi, I'm so-and-so. I create handmade crocheted plushies. I'm interested in your vendor events. Can I have some more information? Right? It's not a bad thing to say no to events, but it's great to have information.
Yeah, definitely. And
And then from there, I feel like you start to just, you chat with the vendors that are there. Oh, have you heard of any other good shows? Like, I love to talk to the other vendors that I'm around, and I love to network with those people, because then you have a booth buddy that's your buddy for the weekend. Hey, I gotta go potty, whatever. And then they're also, if their stuff does well and it's a similar audience to your stuff, you're not a direct competition to them. So,
Oh,
start
yeah.
peeking on what events they're doing. I have friends that are like sticker vendors. I have crystal vendors, and I feel like their demographic is very similar to mine. So I keep an eye on what kind of shows they're doing
Yeah,
that are local
that's good.
to me too. And I'm like, you know what? Maybe that's something I'm interested in for next year.
Yeah, that's
And then
actually really good advice.
I just kind of keep bopping around and just keep looking out and just keep your eyes open. Or if you have a community page on Facebook, start small. It never hurts to, $20 is $20, but it could be more than $20 if you show up and there's people there for you.
Yeah, definitely. I think being able to just like get, walk it to see, what it's like is like really great, especially in your area, like
Yeah.
small, you're like, churches and high schools and, different places do events too.
High schools and schools are great. Like
Okay.
if you have a child in school or a nephew, a niece, whatever, um, PTOs run
Mm.
a lot of fundraising events, and a lot of high schools do like holiday bazaars or like craft night or like PTO craft night. Granted, those are generally going to be like in the high school, but if you want to sell to younger, if you know that your products are child safe and child proof, like that's a great place to be to get exposure in your community. Those PTA moms, what's going on.
Well, there you go, y'all. That's a good place to start for a lead. You spoke about, like, making friends and stuff. So I would like to talk competition over, versus community kind of thing.
Yeah.
Because, say you go to like an event and like there's no like, like the Temu ones or whatever. And everything's like good, pristine, handmade. But there's like 2 or 3 other like crochet amigurumi booths there. Like, do you have anything to say? Like, what do you do in that situation? Do you
So I'm a Leo, so I'm already like feisty in my own nature. So like I want to be like, ooh, I'm gonna beat you out with sales.
Oh my
I'm
God.
gonna win. But it's like it's never like that, because
Right.
I think the best thing you can do for yourself is find your style,
Mhm.
right? Like I know that I'm gonna roll up to any event that I go to, and this is absolutely not to shame the people who like making bees and like the trendy stuff. I hate trendy stuff.
Mhm.
I want to make weird stuff. I want to make colorful things. I don't want to make 12 bees. I don't want to make 4 dinosaurs. I don't want to have a basket of axolotls and then a basket of dinosaurs and a basket of bees. Like, I want to be in your face. I want to be loud. I want to be colorful. And I know that that's uncomfortable for a lot of people.
Mhm.
And I'm good with that. Like, I know that I'm not any more competition to them as they are to me, because we have different demographics. And I think that's what you have to find in yourself, is you have to find that confidence in yourself first of all. And then you have to find like are you making this just to make money?
Mm.
Or are you making this because you enjoy it and it's your art? Like I think there's a big difference there. And there's not a problem if you find something that sells and you want to make money and you want to keep making that money on the same item. More power to you, but
Yeah, definitely.
I would have quit years ago if I was just making the same thing or the same 10 things on rinse and repeat.
Yeah.
And to caveat that, actually a good friend of mine who's also a crocheter, Florals and Feathers, she's going to be at the Comic-Con as well. And a lot of the time, and she was actually like, hey, why don't we get booths next to each other? Because we both know that we do both make unique things, but we have different styles.
Oh, okay.
Like she likes making more like hardcore, like gothic, Halloween, horror type stuff. And
Cool.
I'm like fruity, colorful rainbows. So it's like, might as well let you sit and see all of it next to each other, and then let the customer make their choice, right?
Right. Yeah, that's true.
And I've done that multiple times at different events. I had another friend, we popped our tents right next to each other and we're like, might as well let them see all of it, because the worst thing you can hear walking through your booth is, "Oh, I wish I would have waited. I like these ones better." Because like
Oof.
that's hard to hear as someone who just lost, maybe a profit, but also like how crappy does that feel to the other artist, right? Like they wouldn't go and say that to the other artist. It's just that breaks my heart on every aspect because it shouldn't have to be like that, you know?
Yeah, I hear that, and yeah, I hear you on like the rinse and repeat. And there's definitely a place for like the trendy stuff. You know, there's a lot of people who
Yeah.
just they want to make the simple stuff, and like there's a lot of
Yeah.
customers who especially just they like it.
Yeah.
So
I've seen a lot of like stuff going on TikTok where they're like, okay, the crocheters, if I see one more crochet bee kind of thing. Like there's a little bit of a snarky side to the people who see I don't want to say like the trendies, and it's not wrong to be with the trends, but I think once a trend starts, you always remember the start of the trend. You don't always remember everybody who hops on the trend,
mm,
right?
yeah,
So, I mean, just in, watching the ebbs and flows of the crochet community and the crochet trends of the last like 4.5 years, like if you're not on trend, you're not out of the loop. You're doing something different, which people like different. The internet likes different. So
yeah,
if
definitely.
your goal is just to have a successful crochet account or just, get eyes on your stuff, like being different helps. But it might take more patience
Yeah,
in the long run.
it definitely can. But it can always yeah, I think it's always worth it though. I mean, whether and you can, for people who are listening who, have their like comfort projects and stuff, you can always do a hybrid of it too, have the things that
Yeah.
are going to sell and then like experiment with
Yeah.
like your own
I
styles
I do
too.
it too. I do it too. I just do it in a different form. Like I
Yeah.
used to do, there are a couple things where I'll have moments where I'm like, I just need a rinse and repeat project. I did little octos for a while, and then it
Oh.
was little sharks, and
Oh.
then now it's little fishies that are about this big. It was the no so stingray for a little that looks like a little ravioli. It was that for a while. I keep changing it up. I do pickle jar pickles in my giant pickle jar
Oh,
that I've
right.
broken like 3 times. But
Oh,
if you like it, there's no reason not to do it. But I feel like a lot of, and I don't want to generalize, but a lot of us in the crochet community have a little bit of neurodivergency, and the rinse and repeat gets really boring.
mm,
And then you lose your like energy with it because you're like, oh, I just have to make 5 more chickens. And you're like, but why am I making chickens? Like, I made a neon yellow chicken, and I call him my party chicken. And someone's gonna buy the party chicken. I don't know when, but someone's going to.
those granny square warriors though, they don't ever get bored of it, and I can appreciate that.
I will. I bow down to them and enjoy your granny squares,
Yeah, they do look
but
fun.
not
I've
me.
I've only ever made like two in my life. I want to become a someone who just can like grind those out because you get like the
It's
dopamine
the
hit of finish.
ends.
I, hot take,
Weaving
but
in all those
I don't
ends.
mind the ends as much as I used to when I first started. Like they're not the worst part for me anymore.
There's a time and a place. I I'm I'm a chaotic kind of maker too, where like here's a random body. Here's like I don't even remember what that was supposed to be. Like there's this one's almost done. He
Oh, that's
needs a
cute.
mouth.
What the heck? That's cute.
It's a tulip.
That's so creative. I like that it's got like a personification to it. That's cool.
Yeah, like they're all little characters, I feel like. But I I'm a I'll make legs and arms and a head here, a head there, and then eventually I'll put them all together. I I don't remember the last time I sat and start and finished a project in one sitting because my brain can't do it. But
Yeah.
amigurumi is nice because you can just tuck the ends in.
Yeah, definitely.
I did.
Definitely. Well, that's Yeah, thank you. I know we only had so much of a window. I know your time
Yeah.
is valuable for being here and everything. So we are going to be wrapping it
Oh,
up. But that is like all such great advice. As someone who doesn't do markets, I'm really taking away from this that like, especially going to events just to like familiarize myself. The networking
yeah,
part, I forgot that there are humans putting this
yeah,
together.
yeah,
So yeah, that's really good stuff to know. And I'm someone that I feel like if I did it and it didn't pan out, I would be unmotivated. But it's really good to hear from
yeah,
you who's had all different kinds of success levels that you're still motivated and still eager and cheerful the way you talk about it. So that's
yeah.
really, really awesome. And I hope everyone listening feels the same way I do. So thank you so much for sharing all
Of
of that, your
course.
experiences. Do you have any other advice or anything that you want to promote as well? Because you already talked about you have Comic Con coming up.
Yeah,
Is it next weekend or the weekend following?
2 weeks. Two
2
weeks.
weeks.
We're coming.
Nice.
We're coming up close. I'm just finishing up a bunch of random things. So wherever the hook takes me is where I go.
Hope,
But I
yeah.
actually this is rare for me. I'm working on a oh my god, where did I put it? I am using small people yarn.
Small people
I
yarn.
don't know if
Okay.
yeah, I don't know if you've seen the like baby star romper. You're probably not on like
Yeah.
Mom Talk,
I've seen it.
but
I've seen
there
it.
okay, okay. But there's this like baby star thing, and my sister is having a baby, and it's her baby shower this weekend. So I will be
Oh,
out of town finishing this and giving it to her. So this will make its appearance eventually. But I
cool.
did start crocheting with like wearables and stuff. So every now and then I'll bring out some worsted weight and have a little bit of fun there. Just a little
Oh,
bit.
nice. Nice. And for anyone who wants to like keep up with you, what would be like the best place to get all updates and
Instagram is my jam. I am Koozie
Instagram?
Crafts, just like it's spelled,
Awesome. And
you
I'm
know,
leaving
here.
I'm leaving that in both the chats on YouTube
Perfect.
and the Ribbler
Yay.
show. So make sure to go follow.
I
Go ahead.
Yeah, I was also gonna say I do also have a upcoming Ribbler free treat this month. I'll be
Yes.
on the 21st. It's my 3-in-1 Pudgy Buddies pack. It's Mocha the Moose. Ooh, it's a reindeer, it's a deer, and then a doe. I can't remember their names. I'm ashamed. But it's the same body style, and then you can make like some wintry deer and moose. Mocha the moose. She's my favorite. She's cute.
Yes,
So
we
that'll be for
yeah.
free on the 21st, and only the 21st. So
Only the 21st. Yes, for the Ribbler treat promotion. We appreciate you having some, wintry patterns to spice
yes,
things up
yes,
during the or the
of
Halloween
course.
season. So awesome.
Yes, I.
And yeah.
No, go ahead. Sorry.
Oh, and you said that you haven't been on camera in a second because
Yes.
you stream
I
as
was
well.
taking a break. Yep, I do stream on Twitch. Um, every now and then I kind of like get low in energy, so I've been playing Minecraft a lot instead of streaming.
Nice.
So I do game a little bit. I've been trying to stream over there too. But if you ever need to co-work and just chit chat, kind of like today, I do a lot of this where while I'm crocheting, I wanted to try and crochet, but I talk with my hands a lot, so that didn't work out today. But I do a lot of that. If you ever just want to come chit chat, hang around, and have some good company, I do a lot of that on Twitch, and Instagram's been my main jam. But I'll be updating about my event in 2 weeks as well if you want more insight on larger events as well. So,
Awesome. Yes, for everyone in the Maryland area, make sure to check it out. It sounds like an awesome. I imagine Comic Con
yeah,
is definitely your,
yeah,
nerdy collecting audience. So I hope that all
absolutely.
goes swimmingly.
Yes, I hope so too. I'm excited for it. I'm, yeah, I think it'll be a good time.
I think so too. I'm excited to see the content pre and post event. So
Yes.
keep us all updated. We are
Of
eager
course.
to
Yeah.
witness.
Yay. Thanks again for having me. I always have so much fun over here. I miss seeing your streams too. You gotta hop back on too. We'll get back in
Yeah,
here.
I'm with you on the low energy sometimes. I'm just like the horrors and weight of the world. It's kind
Yes, yes.
of
But
so
we keep creating
we
because they can't
do.
take our creativity.
We do. And joy is resistance. So good on you for
Yes.
being a punk out there. Good luck. And
Heck
thank you again for
yeah.
your time. I'll be in touch
Of
after.
course.
Thank you so
Sounds
much.
good.
I'll see
Thanks.
you
Bye,
later.
Ribbler friends.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh, that was so fun. So big thank you to Kuzi for coming on today. Thank you everyone for being so respectful in the chat. I hope you got something out of that. You know, it's always good to hear, you know, people like her are out there getting the experience and coming to us and sharing those insights and things that they've learned. So really appreciate everyone being here to talk about all of that. Yeah, I hope all of you came out with something. I do think there's a lot of good things to take from that. There is going to be a VOD down below in the Ribblr show area, so you will be able to check back on that. Yeah, every time she talks about markets, it like makes me kind of want to do one, but I'm kind of scared. I'm kind of a weenie, but she's got that grit. So thank you everyone for being so kind and respectful during all of that. Really appreciate it. Yeah, it's good to know. I know our time is only, you know, it's limited and shorter. I'll probably make some tweaks with the show just so when we do have more interviews, we can, you know, really get more. But at the same time, she's put a lot of money, time, and effort. So, you know, it's not on her to like educate us too fully. So if you want, make sure to go support her socials, her streams, her Ribblr shop. I believe she sells other marketplaces too. And if you are in the area, make sure to go check out their booth too. We've never met in person, but she seems like an awesome like presence to like, I have a feeling that she's like really contagious in person in terms of like her charisma. So I have no doubt that would be a really good use of your time and to go check her out. So yeah, thanks everyone for being here and being so nice and respectful. So let's go over some of the winners that we had for our giveaways today. So let's go look at the postcard giveaway. So we do have a winner to share for the postcard, and you'll receive your link later today, latest Monday. But huge congratulations to Admara for winning the postcard, pot card. So thank you so much for being involved, letting us know your birthday month. I'll send that over, or a Ribblr team member will. So thank you so much for participating in that. Once again, this was made by a really active community member named Ruby Fiber, who won the postcard challenge. So big thank you to them for coming in and you know, hand drawing this amazing piece. It really fits like the vibe of Ribblr, we felt like. So yeah, good stuff there. And then we are going to go talk about the gem giveaway winner. So really glad to see so many of you, you know, are getting your gems from Ribbler Plus. Always make sure you can participate on the Ribbot community post for a chance to win as well. And the winner for a single gem today that you can exchange in the new refreshed pattern library is going to be Genbug. Congratulations to Genbug for winning a gem. You'll be receiving a message from me. Oh my gosh. You'll be receiving a message from me as well. So, no worries, Ribbler. So huge congrats to them for winning a gem. Thank you so much for participating and for everyone being here today. Ribbot's going to come back in and give you one more update on the news. We'll go over talking shop and say our farewells. So I'll be back in 1 minute. Ribbot's going to take it from here.
Thank you, Vincent. Ribbot here, hopping in with the latest headlines straight from the Ribbler community. First up, event season is in full swing. From weddings and birthdays to fancy balls, Ribblers everywhere are busy stitching up special makes for big celebrations. Handmade gifts and outfits are stealing the spotlight, proving once again that nothing says I care quite like something crafted with love. And speaking of celebrations, Ribblr just turned 5 a few days ago. The community came together in such a phenomenal way to show support. And let me tell you, the birthday love was off the charts. It's thanks to all of you that Ribblr has grown into the welcoming, creative home it is today. October 1st also marked the start of something sweet, the one and only Ribblr Treat. Every single day this month, crafters have the chance to snag incredible patterns and add them to their library. It's like trick-or-treating, but without having to leave your craft corner. And finally, spooky season is finally upon us. Time to break out the costumes, yarn skulls, and creepy cute makes. And don't forget to grab your first pumpkin spice latte of the season while you're at it. Don't let anyone call you basic. That's all the news Ribbot's got for today. I'm sending it back to Vincent. And remember, ribbit, ribbit.
I would away here, Ribbit in my sleep. So thank you so much, Ribbit, for that. Ribbot. Appreciate having you here today. And once again, we do have our Ribblr Treat promotion all month long. And this includes weekends as well. So, you know, Ribblr is sending out notifications daily. You can check the community post as well on our socials and our Instagram stories and our broadcast channel too. So make sure you're checking that all out. Here is the link to go grab this pattern on both the YouTube and Ribblr side of things. Yeah, make sure to check that out. I'm also going to leave the community post that you can check on the daily just to make sure you don't miss it. So you can just kind of add it to your daily routine. And yeah, so make sure to grab all that. It's going to be a really fun month of Ribblr Treat patterns. As you heard Leah say that, you know, she also has one on the 21st coming out. So a lot of amazing designers that you can come and support. And yeah, check it out. So love the pattern for today. Thank you so much, Miss Wang, Sophia L. You'll see. And yeah, that is today's stream. We are hitting the end of it. Really appreciate all of you being here. It's a new era for me. No more tooth pain. Just want to make sure all of you, if you haven't been to the dentist in a while, make sure to go. The difference between someone who not crochets, but who brushes and flosses compared to someone who brushes and flosses and goes to the dentist at least yearly is a world of difference. And I learned that in a very painful and financially hurtful way myself. So make sure you're not like me. Make sure to upkeep. Make sure to use prevention. And yeah, it's been a nice stream with all of you. Thank you everyone for being here today. Any last minute questions, please feel free to ask in the chat before we end it. Yeah, and love seeing interviews. If you have a topic of discussion that you would like to learn about, and you know, you might know like an industry leader or someone that you would like to hear from, let us know and we can definitely see what we can make happen. So been a lot of fun today. Thank you everyone. Have a wonderful, safe and fun weekend. Pumpkin patches are pretty popular right now. Be safe out there. Seriously, be safe out there. I do not say that lightly at all. Be safe. Know your surroundings. Know your people. Build a community. Make sure you get, yes, every 6 months. Totally make December a holiday month like this month. We'll have something going on in December, don't you worry. We'll have something going on for sure. Thank you, Janine, as well. Janine Thomas, Lauren over on YouTube. Thank you so much. Diana, thank you so much for watching. All right, everyone, have a good weekend. Take care, and I will see you for the next stream. Catch you next time. Bye-bye now.